All right. Good afternoon, Lauren. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Very good. So today we're interviewing for the marketing position at the law firm that we chatted about. So what I'd like to do right now is have you tell me a little bit about your background and why you think you would be a good fit for it.
A little bit of my background is marketing for affinity groups and cruises,
Mhm.
and I've done that for about 2 years, I'd say,
Okay.
and very passionate about helping people and good customer service and just being like friendly face, of
Okay.
course.
And so when you did event sales and marketing for Affinity, tell me about like what did you actually do to market and to sell these group cruises?
We would go to big events, sometimes like rallies for certain things, and I would have a booth and be talking to people like about certain perks that we have versus um, going with the cruise line per se. And we mostly focus on big groups.
Okay.
So
And how has your success rate been doing that?
good. We just had a group of 500 a few weeks ago, and
Okay.
that was quite a big group for us.
Okay. And then once they book with you, are you going on the cruises or are you doing the office, like the behind the scenes work?
So it's a very small group that puts it together, and I went on the last one, and
Okay.
then the owner. But yeah, so
Okay.
usually.
All right. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. So you're partnering with, of course, the guests and the cruise line.
Yep.
So I'm sure that at some point in time there could be, I actually did travel for quite some time in my past career, and I know sometimes there can be little hiccups. Tell me about a hiccup that happened, and then how you went in and maybe turned that around.
So for cruise lines, there's a someone called shoreside, and
Mhm.
shoreside doesn't communicate with the actual ship. So when I'm booking the cruises, I talk to shoreside, and when I get on the ship, I have to actually guarantee that everything in our event list is set when I'm on the ship. So
Mhm.
I talk it all, and I have to like talk to the cruise coordinator when I'm actually on the ship and make sure everything's okay. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes they move us to a different area, but it ends up usually working out.
Okay. So you're that liaison, you basically in between shoreside and then the and shipboard.
hmm
Gotcha. Okay. And then I see that you have some admin experience, of course, when you were with Halifax. So you answered calls. Were you working on a computer
Yeah.
doing that? Okay. So how are your computer skills?
Um, they were good. I had to use a EMR system
Okay.
and chart sometimes just certain things about patients.
Okay. And then what about as the travel coordinator at Progressive Edge? What are you doing things in like spreadsheets, or how are you managing your sailing guests?
So it's spreadsheets. We have a lot of reservations in paper
Mhm.
um, with filing cabinets and whatnot, and the cruise line websites that we use online.
Okay, perfect. Tell me about like how do you stay organized? Because you said 500 people, that's a lot.
So a lot of those were paper reservations, but we put it in a list on a spreadsheet and have all their information. And then usually after the trip, we shred everything because it has credit card information. Obviously, you
Okay.
want to be like careful about that. But yeah, filing cabinet and on the computer.
Okay, great. All right. Well, I think that's about it that I have for you for questions regarding the interview part, but don't go anywhere because we got a few more things to chat about.
Okay.
Thank you.